a bad outfit. Woo! Get dressed like a movie.
The hell's that?
Easy, miss. I've got you.
You've got me. Who's got you?
I can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. He got her.
Hell no. Come on, wait to the no, no, no.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Jasper Gonzo here. Another episode of What's Next. Superhero icons. Who do you think about? Green Lantern, Batman, Flash, Wonder Woman, Captain America, Wolverine, the X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man. But the biggest and the most iconic of them all, Clark Kal-El, aka Superman. Now, Superman has been revered as an American icon for decades since his creation by DC. Many years. I think it's 80 years now, 85 years now. But most recently, like the last 5 years, Superman has taken a massive hit in regards to how he is presented, how he is put out there. Especially in the last few weeks, we've seen DC slam Superman, making him a cuck, making him a sidekick to his son, who just happened to turn the gayness just because. So now Superman is getting ridiculed right now. And to add insult to injury, his trademark, truth, justice, the American way. No, we can't have that stuff. We saw it once in Superman Returns with Brandon Routh, where you had Perry White say truth, justice, and all that other stuff, to my recollection. But no, that's no longer the case. DC Comics officially gets rid of that. Why? Because they're ass wipes. Let's take a look. This comes out of Bounding Into Comics. DC Comics officially announces Superman will no longer fight for the American way. Yes. In one of the most audacious and yet unsurprising moves from DC Comics in recent years, the comic book publisher has announced that they will officially be dropping the American way from Superman's iconic catchphrase in favor of a more inclusive and diversity alternative. Yes, so stunning, so brave, as they did with John Kent. This is how everyone sees Superman. Back to the story. As announced by DC Chief Creative Officer and Publisher Jim Lee, cuck, talk about traitor, during the October 2021 edition of DC Fandom, the Man of Steel's iconic catchphrase will be updated from truth, justice to the American way, to truth, justice, and all that bullshit. Exactly. In order to better reflect the global storylines that we are telling across DC and honor to characters' incredible legacy over 80 years of building a better world. Superman has long been a symbol of hope who has inspired people from around the world, said Lee, and it is that optimism and hope that powers him forward in his new mission statement. The iconic Truth, Justice, American Way line dates all the way back to Superman's radio dramas, where an iteration of the phrase is uttered in conclusion to the series opening. And narrator announces Superman, who can leap tall buildings in a single bound, race a speeding bullet to its target, bend steel in his bare hands, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice. The American Way line was eventually added to the slogan in 1942, making its debut in an intro sequence of Max Fleischer's animated Superman serial in an attempt to boost patriotism during World War II. The first hints of DC will be moving to change Superman's classic motto were first seen in Superman Son of Kal-El #1, where author Tom Taylor revealed Clark's son John would choose to fight for truth, justice, and a better world after adopting his father's iconic, heroic mantle. Of course, he has betrayed that. However, it seems that with a slight variation of wording, as the effect was used first for John rather than Clark, the updated motto used in the issue was a testing to the waters, so to speak. Ironically, during an interview with Fox News given last year, former Superman actor Dean Cain told host Ainsley Earhardt, "I promise you, as Superman, I won't today be allowed to say truth, justice, and the American way." With those telling negative stories having an agenda, they hate capitalism, they hate law and order, they hate America, the actor continued. According to DC, the new motto, which will be used in main continuity for Clark Kent's Superman, will be featured across all mediums, including comic books, films, TV, video games, and more. Interesting. My thoughts. Superman will always be truth, justice, and the American way. Always. And when you got ass wipes in DC, to me, Jim Lee is a traitor. He's a traitor. He's a clown. He became a cuck in the last 5 to 10 years regarding all this nonsense, where he easily could have put a stop to it, and put his hand up and say, yeah, we're going to hard pass on that. He's always been an American icon. He was created in America. He's not a world icon. Yes, he protects the world, but yet he's an American first. And when you have DC, who continues to slam and bash Superman, to throw him under the bus over and over again, as we've seen with his son John Kent, coming out, because diversity, inclusion, identity politics, those blue check marks, make sure those boxes are always checked, because we have to be like everyone else, because the Twitter mob, the libs at TikTok will come after us. That's buffoonery. That's idiocy. That's moronism. That's assholery. But then again, that's what you have in DC Comics, and the reason why, and many reasons why, comic books have taken a nosedive in the last 5 years. Don't blame it on COVID. You can. It plays a huge part, but mainly because of the shitty writing. And this just keeps adding to the steaming piles that have already been dropped. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.